at the back.
Welcome to Hull in the north of England for the P1 SuperStock Grand Prix of the Sea. We're at the halfway stage in the campaign now, and last time out at Plymouth we saw great racing from both classes. Here's our race commentator Dave Moore with a quick recap.
With round one completed, the championship moved from Jersey to Plymouth in Devon. Another stunning location and the perfect backdrop to what turned out to be highly competitive racing. The first race of the weekend saw Prix looking to build on their double success in the season opener. They weren't to have things all their way this time as they fought out a race-long battle with rough cut racing. However, it was Edox watchers who were to start the day with victory, while in the P150 category, Team Purple were also looking to continue their winning ways, but it was McDonald Mermaid who took the flag upon their return to the series. Plymouth was also the third round of the P1 Aquacross Championship. Yet again, we were treated to some great racing as both man and machine were pushed to their limits. And once more, it was Russell Marmon who would enjoy overall success. In the second P1 Superstock race of the day, it was almost a repeat of the first, with Edox again looking unstoppable in the Panther class. But in the P150 category, it was the turn of Team Purple to take the flag for what was their third win in 4 races this season. This is how both championships look as the teams arrive in Hull, with Prix leading the way in the Panther class and Team Purple occupying top spot in the P150 category.
Here we are in Hull, which stands on the River Hull at its junction with the Humber Estuary. There are loads of tourist attractions here, including the historic Old Town, the museum quarters, the marina and the Deep, which in itself has become a very famous city landmark. Hull is close to the Humber Bridge. It took 10 years to build, and at the time of completion it was the longest single-span suspension bridge in the world. Today it's ranked at number 5 on the list. Joined now by John Wilson. John, just about ready to get out for the racing this weekend?
Yeah, been sitting in the room practicing the lap in my mind.
And that's how you prepare for the match racing, is it?
Yeah, you've got to have your sit down and just visualise it and make sure you've thought it all through.
And of course it's a slightly different format this weekend. Yeah,
it's just been obviously a change in the river with the river tide, the river levels, flow levels here. It's just going to be really difficult to hold the marking course, so it'll be an interesting option.
Well, hopefully we'll see you back up on the podium.
Fingers crossed. won't be if you're not trying, if it isn't.
Good luck and enjoy the race. So there we go, the racing about to get underway, and here is our commentator Dave Moore.
Thanks, Gemma. And it's a different format for the match races this weekend.
This is local boy, boat number 21, Rough Cut Racing.
Instead of the usual head-to-head, the boats have a single flying lap on a shortened course to determine who will win the match races. Rough Cut Racing would claim the 3rd quickest time.
And he's over the finish line. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, boat number 21, Rough Cut.
The SGB racing boat of Team 88 continued their fine start to the campaign in what is their debut season in powerboat racing, going just a 1/10 of a second faster than Rough Cut to end the session in 2nd place on the leaderboard. The Prix crew of John Wilson and Neil Scarborough took to the water, and they got everything just right, ending the lap a whole second quicker than anyone else could manage. That means they'll start the first race of the weekend in pole position.
And he's over the finish line. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if we can have some fries, I say goodness.
The P150s make their way out. Their match races will take place tomorrow. This is the course they'll all tackle. Very fast with long straights and a couple of tight turns. Plus, they'll be going straight past the fans, hugging the riverside. And there are plenty of them here. Possibly the biggest spectator turnout we've seen so far as this series continues to grow. On board with Edox watchers, Rupert Pugh and Anthony Crossley, double winners in the last round at Plymouth. So we're moments away then with the third P1 SuperStock Grand Prix of the Sea poised to blast into life. The crews are manoeuvring into position ahead of the signal to go. This is the view from P150 campaigners McDonald Mermaid, David and Kirsty Toos Hobson. A race win for them in Plymouth. There's the flagman, all the navigators trained on him, while all the drivers are fixed on the water straight ahead.
Left a little bit, keep going, hold it there, a bit more, go, that's good.
So we're on our way, and already Potemps and Peters and May find themselves out front. This is Aztec Racing we're riding with. Azam Ali and Sam Whittle getting tossed about in the wake that's being created in front of them. And there are definitely three boats making a break for it. One of them, Rough Cut Racing, number 21, Ian Brusby, the local boy who grew up in these parts, and judging from this shot, he's holding second place. And that is indeed the case. Potemps with their noses in front though. Rough Cut do have the inside line into the next boy with both Peters and May and Edox going wide, but it's game on as far as this race is concerned, and potentially this could be the best race of the year so far. A decent start for Martin Colligan and Liam McDermott in the P150 category. This is looking back from the Team Fox craft. Peters and May with Edox just out of shot. There they are, still pushing hard, while Neil Holmes and Will Nurse in the number 4 boat look to be on the move now. So Rupert Pugh and Anthony Crossley with work to do if they're to continue the success they enjoyed in the last encounter in Plymouth Sound. But here they go, and they're putting the hammer down now. It looks like a great start for Vince and Jay Berridge in Black Magic. They're ahead of Team Fox and trying to stay with the leading P150 crews of Team Purple and Eclipse. And it's those that have made the best start in this class. And here we go with Rough Cut Racing, who've not had the best of luck during racing so far this year. They find themselves down in 7th place in the overall standings. This could be different for them though, if only their luck will hold.
250s. Give the boy. It's clear to turn whenever you're ready. Sorry. Oh. Come on, fight it. Clear the turn. Let's go. Handbrake it round. That's it. Oh. That'll do. Come left. Come left.
That was a big moment for Flying Sparks as we look at Peters and May. That's boat 18 who've gone up the inside of Rough Cut Racing to take 3rd place behind Potemps and Edox, but it's still any one of these 4 in contention for the race win at this stage. It's Potemps who have the clean water ahead of them. John Wilson and Neil Scarborough, last year's P150 class champions. They've taken to the Panther category like the proverbial duck. We're riding with McDonald Mermaid, 3rd place. There's their target, Rose Larez and John Donnelly in Eclipse, with Stuart and Sarah Curitan in front in Team Purple. And for Team Purple and P150, read number 50 Potemps in the even more powerful Panther class. They continue to have their noses in front, but only just. That was Dan Smith in Vision, navigator for Shelley Jory Lee in Helvetia Wealth. But here come the P150s, Eclipse making a great start. They're right with Team Purple, and it looks like Team Fox are plus Black Magic for 4th place. It's even closer in the P1 Panthers. Potemps still leading, but only just. Peters and May are coming in hard and looking to snatch 2nd place. Team Fox from Jersey on the overall podium in Plymouth, and Black Magic are just behind in 5th place. Looking back from Rough Cut Racing, Ian Brusby and Dan Wapples with Neil Holmes and Will Nurse and Simon Bales and Philippa Baker just to the left of the picture. Attempts continue to come under pressure. Just out of shot is Daniel Cramphorn and Kim Collins and Peters and May. They're not letting go of John Wilson and Neil Scarborough, who were fairly comfortable at the season opener in Jersey, but they are well and truly being pushed around the Humber on this occasion.
Come on, let's get this black magic, guys. That's it, that's the line there. $29.350.
That's the voice of Martin Wild, navigator to Rob Booker in the Flying Sparks boat, and looking to do what Team Fox did, and that is pass Black Magic. Still no change in the race order in the P150 class, with Team Purple again dictating terms out front. Here we go again. Potemps still managing to shrug off the attentions of the crews behind them. Dan Cramphorn may have to go wide to get past John Wilson and Neil Scarborough. However, there's no room because Pugh and Crossley occupy that position on the water. It's certainly a beautiful setting with the late evening sun setting in the distance. And setting off into the distance once again are Stuart and Sarah Curitan of Team Purple. Well, here come Rough Cut Racing, and where have they come from? They've certainly found a rhythm they're more comfortable with and look like the fastest boat out there at present. A couple of laps to go. That's Helvetia Wealth going nowhere. And here is the new race leader, Dan Cramphorn and Kim Collins. Their first outing in this campaign, and they're making it a very memorable one. Eclipse still going strong. That's Rose Larez and John Donnelly on what is fairly flat water. I'd go as far to say this is possibly the calmest service we've had so far this season. It's looking increasingly unlikely that Rupert Pugh and Anthony Crossley will add to their tally of wins. Despite looking strong, they're some way off the leaders. And out front, Peters and May continue to pull away toward the checkered flag. There they go. 5 races, 3 different winners this season.
150, do we know?
Peters and May then jubilant in Hull. Team Purple will make it win number 4, but they've been pushed all the way by Eclipse, who've closed right in but have been unable to force their way past. It's Stuart and Sarah Curitan who'll pass the Union Jack, which signals the end of the race for the P150 crews. Confirmation of the results. One of the closest finishes of the season, with McDonald Mermaid in 3rd behind Eclipse, and eventual race winners, Team Purple.
Well, another fantastic victory for Team Purple. Stuart, you must have really enjoyed that. You led from start to finish pretty much there.
I did. It was a tight start, and I think it could have been anybody's, but we had the inside line and just got in front at the first mark. But it was really tough keeping Rose behind us.
In the Panther class, it was so close between the top 4 for so long, but eventually it was Peters and May who broke free, much to the delight of Kim Collins and Dan Cramphorn.
It took a few laps getting used to it, and then once comfortable, started getting on with it and moved into first, didn't look back.
Well, congratulations to Peters and May and Team Purple. Great victory. And that concludes day 1 here in Hull for the P1 SuperStock Grand Prix of the Sea. Don't go anywhere, however. Coming up after the break, it's all the action from day 2. See you in a mo. Welcome back to the P1 SuperStock Grand Prix of the Sea. We're here in Hull in the north of England, and after a fantastic start to the weekend with the racing yesterday, we're set up for more great action on the water today.
Trying to get past Sparks. At one point we were level with them, but we just couldn't get quite past them. With the speed wasn't, we weren't getting great speeds, and we hope to win today.
We had 2 laps to go, and yes, we ran out of fuel, so we came to a serious halt.
It was very close. I think at one point we were probably about 2 feet away from the transom of Team Purple.
Really good race, not a great result, third, but some good points all the same. But really, really close racing. It just shows, you make a tiny little error and you're back an awful long way.
Today we've heard a few thoughts from the crews about the weekend so far and their hopes for race 2 as they make their way out onto the river. It's time to join Dave for the race commentary.
Thank you, Gemma. Before the second endurance race of the week, there's the small but important matter of the match races for the P150 boats. And having scored an impressive second place the day before, Eclipse showed they were on song with the third best time, 69 seconds. Team Purple may be top of the charts in the overall standings, but they had to settle for second best this time. They eventually recorded 68 seconds. The surprise package was undoubtedly Black Magic. Vince and Jade Berridge becoming more accustomed to the boat and hitting a time of 67 seconds. Time for the second and final race of the weekend. Black Magic will start in pole position in the P150 class as reward for coming out on top in the match races. The crews are all holding their lines, waiting for the signal to go. And this is it. The P1 SuperStock Grand Prix of the Sea roars into life once again as they charge across the Humber. Sam Whittle navigating for Aztec Racing. Azam Ali not even daring to blink as he focuses dead ahead. The Panthers breaking away at the front, and Potemps, number 50, look to have made a good start on the inside, but they're bunching together somewhat. This is Hervertia Wealth, Potemps just to their left. And they appear to have been struck by the Edox boat, who came charging through, but with nowhere to go, and Hervertia Wealth dropped back as we ride with Potemps. It's another strong start for Wilson and Scarborough, and so too Simon Bells and Philippa Baker in Team 88. They're alongside Edox as they go around the turn. Edox getting out of shape. Now here's a replay of the start. Hard to see the contact from the chopper, but as soon as it's made, Shelley Jory Lee and Dan Smith come to a halt. Meanwhile, Potemps appear oblivious to what's just happened behind as they chase Team 88. This is the view from Edox. And perhaps the most conclusive angles this one. Hervertia Wealth looked to be going straight until they were clipped. Meanwhile, it looks like a great start in the P150 class. We're on board with David and Kirsty Toos Hobson of McDonald Mermaid, and what looks like fourth place behind Team Purple. In the Panthers, Potemps are looking to free themselves of the chasing pack, something they failed to do in race 1, of course. There looks to be more of a swell today. Most crews will tell you they prefer a little bit of white water as compared with a flat, smooth surface, but Potemps still leading. Edox have moved clear of Team 88 for second place, and their new target is the current race leaders. Team Purple on the move. Not the best of starts from them, but good enough to help put them up at the front along with Team Fox. And that's who we're now riding with. Rough Cut Racing have moved up a place, and despite their terrific start, Team 88 continue to lose positions, and they've now got race 1 winners, Peters and May, closing in, as we can see, as we look from the rear of Ian Brusby and Dan Wapple's boat. Whoa, it's turning into some race in the P150s as the boats grab some air. They're looking very spectacular on the river, with Team Purple looking as if they've now taken the lead. Well, it's all over for guest crew Neil Holmes and Will Nurse.
Here comes on again. What, just stop?
And that's it from Helvetia Wealth. Dan Smith dejectedly holding their flag aloft. Peters and May looking to push up the inside of Team 88. Dan Cramphorn and Kim Collins appear to be past Simon Bells and Philippa Baker, but sometimes appearances can be deceptive, although it looks like they've got the measure of their rivals. Now then, this is Team Fox and Team Purple side by side in P150, and it doesn't get much closer than that. The Curetons in 13 of the inside line, and perhaps just a smidge braver than Martin Colligan and Liam McDermott, who may have just backed off slightly. They've certainly lost the impetus and now look to move on to the inside, and they'll try and attack again. Edox are going once more, having just stopped momentarily, but they're now playing catch-up. Whatever was troubling Rupert Pugh and Anthony Crossley appears to be behind them. We're looking at Azam Ali and Sam Whittle in the Aztec Racing boat. Unfortunately for them, they're trailing the field in the P150 category, but that doesn't mean they're not giving their all in the quest to move up the order. Well, this is the best P150 race of the campaign so far, without a doubt. Team Purple back in front, but look at the cavalry chasing hard behind them. Team Fox and now McDonald Mermaid trying to close in and looking mighty close to their rivals from Jersey. Race winners in Plymouth, but David and Kirsty Tubes Hobson unable to replicate that success so far at Hull, but they are still in there. And this is Flying Sparks.
Are you all right? Yeah. Jesus Christ. How did you not break my arm? Whoa. Ian? How did you not break my arm there?
Well, a huge moment for the crew of Flying Sparks. Potemps appear to be enjoying their moment. That's who we're on board with. They look to be quite literally cruising, but you never say never in this game. Not the best of races for Black Magic, just not being able to replicate their match racing pace over race distance. Well, Team Purple have really had to work hard in this race today, fending off attack after attack. Rose Larez and John Donnelly back in 5th place in Eclipse. And that's who we ride with as we go parallel with the Riverside. Typhoon with Andy Willoughby and Johnny Albert on board, and they'll hope for better weekends than this. While John Wilson and Neil Scarborough know from experience it doesn't get much better. It's one of the toughest sports on the planet, so winning in P1 SuperStock is a joy rarely experienced elsewhere. Delight for them. Team Purple will make it win number 5, but without doubt their toughest of the campaign. This is how they finished then, with McDonald Mermaid taking 3rd ahead of Flying Sparks. 2nd goes to Team Fox, with Team Purple once again on top spot of the podium. The championship looks like this. Team Purple in a very comfortable looking number 1 position, 22 points ahead of nearest rivals Eclipse. Let's see then how the P1 Panthers fared. A strong 2nd place for Rough Cut Racing, with Edox recovering strongly to end the day in 3rd, but it's win number 3 for the season for Potemps and a delighted Neil Scarborough and John Wilson. In the overall scheme of things, it's Team 88 and Edox who are tied on 85 points, but it's the consistent scoring of Potemps which has them at the top of the table.
Well, a fantastic weekend racing, some of the closest we've seen yet here in Hull. Join us next time when we move to cows. We'll see you then.